Hello all my beautiful sisters from those other misters. Welcome to my April empties. This video is going up really late because I just didn't have time to film it. So I'm just going to start. I actually have a lot of candles that I got through this month, and I will say I didn't burn all of these candles from like brand new to empty this month. I was sort of burning ones that I've been burning for a long time. So Bath and Body Works, I've got the salted caramel candle here. These, look, it didn't quite get all the way down to the end. The wicks, yeah, the wicks don't burn everything. But I love the scent of this. It's a really rich sort of deep caramel scent, and it does have that sort of salted, taken right to the brink of almost being like overcooked caramel. I love the scent. It's got a great scent throw as well, so I love that one. I do actually have another one of these, maybe even two. Anyway, love that, and I would buy it again in the future. Another Bath and Body Works, this is the White Barn Georgia Peach, and again, didn't quite get there. This smells amazing. It's like fresh sweet peaches, and like proper peaches, not like fake peach scent. Again, not very impressed with this not burning all the way down, and also this one didn't have great scent throw, so this isn't one that I would buy again. I felt like I only really smelt it in my room when I'd been burning it for hours and hours. Otherwise I had to basically be sitting right on top of it to smell it, so I wouldn't buy that one again. I've got two Glasshouse minis here. So this one is Arabian Nights. That burnt pretty well. There's still some wax residue around the edges. The scent is kind of spicy. The scent throw of these, not great. I like to burn them like when I'm sitting at my desk or I'm in bed, like, you know, reading or playing games or watching a TV show or something. So these do have a place in my like candle life, I suppose, but they're not quite as great as the big ones. Usually I would buy a big one, but I do like these little like Christmas packs. These always, you know, they sell them at Christmas, and I think a couple of times throughout the year as well. I like them because I can try new scents, and I do really like Arabian Nights. The other one I have is Cypress, and this, look, this is a little bit like Arabian Nights, that sort of spicy scent, but not quite as deep and strong. And this was a complete fail for me. The wick must not be like stuck all the way down to the bottom, because I only got to burn this for maybe an hour before it hit the like the metal wick holder, and the wick burnt out. So yeah, not too impressed with that. My last candle, and this was just, oh my god, this was amazing. This is the Circa Home Blood Orange 1959 candle. So burnt almost the whole way down to the bottom. I do have a bit of like wax residue here, and a really thin layer all around the bottom. Oh my god, the scent of this is just like, it kills me in the best possible way. It's like fresh sweet blood oranges. Absolutely amazing. I would 100% buy this again. It had beautiful scent throw. I would burn it in my bedroom and it would fill the whole house. It was just amazing. I absolutely adored this. If you like, you know, fruity scents, fresh fruity scents, highly recommend. Great candle. Let's do some hair stuff. So I have the L'Oreal Professional Expert Series. This is a Volumetry, Salicylic Acid and Hydralight. This is their old formula. They have reformulated this, but I loved it. It would, it was almost like a clarifying shampoo that didn't strip my hair and didn't make, like, you know, didn't make my ends feel dry. And my ends, you know, they're sad. They've been bleached within an inch of their life. So clarifying shampoos, I've got to be careful with them. They can really fuck up my hair. This one doesn't. I'd really like to try the new formulation of this because I loved this formula. I also have 2 Hask treatment sachet things. So the argan oil one, oh my god, I love it. It's so nice. It really hydrates my hair without like weighing it down. That one, massive favorite. I would definitely buy that again. And then I've got the Monoi oil, and this one, I don't know, I didn't love it as much. I'm wondering if it's got like coconut oil. Yeah, it does. It's got coconut oil in it because it smells a little bit like coconut. Maybe not even a little bit, maybe a bit like coconut. But I noticed that this did what other coconut oil based products do to my hair, which is really weigh it down. And things like this, like conditioning products, especially rich ones, I avoid putting them anywhere near my scalp because I know my hair sits pretty flat on my head anyway. So I'm trying to avoid like weighing down the top of my hair, and I usually just put it in the lengths and the ends. But coconut oil products, for some reason, just like really weigh down my hair and don't really make my hair look like it's healthy and nourished. So I didn't love this. There was a time during April where I used my GHD to style my hair, and that dries my hair out so badly. And I did use this and it helped with that, but other than that, it's just too rich for my hair. So anything with coconut oil, I'm just like, no. Okay, body things. I have Bath & Body Works Liquid Sunshine Shower Jelly. Oh my god, guys, I love this. It's so good. It smells amazing. This is like, I want to eat it. I don't even know like what it smells like. It's just like fresh and sweet and a little bit crisp, and I love the scent of this. I also really like the formula. This is like a memory jelly, so you know, you might scoop some out and you'll have like a little hole in the, you know, the layer of product, and it will smooth itself out really quickly. It's just, I don't know, it's really cool. It's a cool product. It foams up really nicely, doesn't dry out my skin. I loved it. I do have another one of these in a different scent, and I would buy this again. It was just, I loved it. It was fantastic. I really like it. Harvest Garden Foot Scrub. So this is with green clay, peppermint and pumice. So this is just amazing. The ingredients were raw sugar, extra virgin olive oil, French green clay, green tea pepper leaves, peppermint leaves, green tea extract, vitamin E, ground pumice, and peppermint essential oil. Now, I did use this on my feet, and then I was like, I kind of want to use this on my body. So I tried it on my arms, and I was like, holy fuck. Tried it on my legs, and I was like, oh my god, this is just amazing. The peppermint oil can be a little bit cooling, so if you've ever used peppermint oil based products in the shower and you're a girl, or even a guy, you might know what I'm hinting at here. So do avoid any, like, you know, close contact with potentially sensitive parts of your body. And also, even if you avoid contact, you can expect some cooling sensations when you're rinsing it off. Now, being a foot scrub, obviously this is a fairly small jar. I went through it really quickly once I fell in love with using it on my body. But good lord, Harvest Garden, this needs to be a body scrub. This needs to be a massive tub, and I would buy it because I want to scrub the shit out of my body with this product again. It was amazing. I loved it. It was fantastic. It's also good as a foot scrub. But as a body scrub, I was just like, God damn, this is some scrubby, fresh goodness. I really enjoyed it. I've got the Nivea body lotion here. This is the Irresistibly Smooth Dry Skin Formula with shea butter. I found this to be pretty good. It's just a body moisturizer, but I did like the fact that it wasn't, you know, being a dry skin formula, sometimes they're a little bit greasy. They leave a greasy residue, but I felt like this one absorbed into the skin quite nicely, didn't leave you feeling slick or greasy, but also did offer some nice hydration. If you're super dry, I don't know how this would go, but for like the average, you know, I've shaved my legs and scrubbed my skin with my peppermint body scrub. This was nice to use afterwards, gave you nice hydration without being greasy. So I would, look, would I buy it again? I probably would, but I have so many body lotions in my stash. Like, I wouldn't need to buy a body lotion for at least 2 years. So, you know. All right, I've got a bunch of skin things. Let's just do whatever, random. This is a Dr. MJ Detox Control Cream. I really, really enjoyed this. So this is like a cream. It's all gone. It's all went on my face. This is a cream that becomes sort of lighter, almost like a gel cream hybrid type thing when you smooth it on your face. I really liked how this sat under makeup, and it's like, it's very hydrating, but it's not greasy at all. It completely absorbs into the skin. So for me, with oily skin, I found it to be a really nice hydrating base for makeup that didn't like screw up my makeup throughout the day. So I really, really enjoyed that. If I was low on moisturizers, I would buy this again because I loved it. However, I am certainly not low on moisturizers. I've got a couple of products here from Goldfadden MD. These are just some like little travel sizes. I've got the, what are you? Pure Start Gentle Detoxifying, my God. Yeah, because I've got a fox problem. Detoxifying Facial Cleanser. So I didn't mind this. I didn't love it. This is like a gel cleanser that is a low foam. It does clean well, but I felt like every time I used it, you know, I could taste it. And I'm not the type of person who's like got my mouth open while I'm washing my face. Everything's like staying closed. But I could just, after I've washed everything off, I could taste it in my mouth. And I'm just like, why do some cleansers do that? It's a weird. So, look, I didn't love it. It's not one I would buy again. I did get this like little pack along with, I think a scrub, was it? I think it was a scrub. It was the doctor's scrub, and I bought the pack for traveling because I love the doctor's scrub, and I was like, I'm sure I'll like other things from the range. I wouldn't buy it again to travel with, basically, because I wasn't a huge fan of this. I'd be more inclined to try something else. So yeah, not for me. This one is the Vital Boost Even Skin Tone Daily Moisturiser. I just didn't feel like this was all that great, to be perfectly honest. Like the Doctor Scrub, I love, I adore, I think it's fantastic. But the other things in the range, I just didn't feel like they did a lot for me. The cleanser, I don't expect it to do much. I just want it to wash my face really well, which that did do, and it didn't dry out my skin. But the fact I could taste it turned me off a little bit. The moisturizer, it was just like, yeah, it was a bit of a nothing product for me. Sure, it moisturized my skin and it stopped it from feeling dry, but there was nothing else going on that made me excited for it. I have a mask here from Etude House. This is the Moistuful Collagen Facial Sheet Mask. Look, it's a bit of a nothing product again. Yeah, maybe a little extra shot of hydration, but I've used better, so it's not one that I would purchase again. I did buy a little packet like I think it was a trio or a quad of these when I was in Japan. So I've got a couple left, but it's not, yeah, it was nothing special. It's not something that excites me. It's not something I want to spend money on again in the future. I used a Balance Me Fresh Cleanse Micellar Water sample. I actually really liked this. I've used a few Balance Me products in the past and I wasn't impressed with them, but this removed makeup really, really well, and it also left my skin feeling like it had been cleansed properly. So similar to the Bioderma micellar water, I felt like this was very, very similar. Didn't leave like a tacky residue on my skin or feeling tight or uncomfortable or anything like that. I really liked that. It surprised me, and you know, it makes me feel like if I ended up with more Balance Me products in the future, I usually get them out of Look Fantastic advent calendars. I'd give it a go. I'd try it out. So, you know, that was a good one. This little nugget here is the Niod Sanskrit Saponins. Sorry about the banging, I'm just throwing everything. Sanskrit Saponins Cleanser. Oh my god, Jesus. Okay, so this cleanser, I've got a few problems with it. Let's start with the packaging. These metal tubes kind of annoy me because when it got down to this part, I was struggling so bad to get the product out, and I was just like, whatever, I don't even like it all that much. I can't be bothered. So there is still a bit in there, but it's not worth it to me. As a cleanser, it's okay. I can't put this anywhere near my eyes because if I get it in my eyes, it burns for hours and hours. And I'm talking like, it almost feels like I got chili in my eyes or something like that. And I have done that in the past, so I know how it feels. But I will literally just have tears streaming down my face and I can't stop it. Even if I like flush my eyes with water, it's just like insane burn. So whenever I was using this, I would only use it around like this area of my face and on my neck, and I would completely avoid my eyes. And that is fine in the morning when all I'm doing is washing off skincare from the night before. But in the evening, when I'm taking off a full face of makeup, if I wanted to use this, I had to remove my makeup, wash my face with a cleanser to make sure I'm getting anything from around my eyes off, any like excess makeup, and then go in with this. And I'm just like, that is overkill cleanse. So I was only using this in the morning. It took me a while to get through it, and I feel like this is the type of product, if you're going to see results, you've got to use it twice a day. And I wasn't, so I didn't really see anything great happen. Would not buy again. Ember Release Late Cream Concentrate. Okay, so this is a very raved about product. Lots of people love this. Now, this is a product that I pull out when my skin is very dry. Being an oily skin person, doesn't happen a lot. However, for quite a while now, I have been on medication to fix my skin, and that medication can dry out my skin. So there were times when I would pull this out for like extra hydration. And to be perfectly honest, I don't think it didn't really meet my expectations. I've used a lot of you know, moisturizers, specifically Korean moisturizers is where I really go for super duper hydration. I don't know what it is about them, but my skin drinks them up and just adores them. Whereas with this one, I felt more like it was putting a layer over my face and nothing was really like, you know, absorbing. Nothing was being hydrated. Or moisturized. I felt like I would, you know, put this on in the evening and wash my face in the morning, and I'm like still dry as fuck under here. So for me, this was almost like a mask. And I would use this over an extended period and then it would start to give me spots. So I was like, yeah, nah, I'm not into this. Started using the last of it. I was probably about here. Used the last of it on my feet. I don't know, there's nothing to really tell you. It just did nothing for me, to be honest. My skin just doesn't respond to this well. So it's not one that I would buy again. Not interested. This here is the Hylamide Low Molecular Hyaluronic Acid. I really liked this. I thought it was a really nice product. I don't think it's the best hyaluronic acid I've ever used, but I do think that it can help. If you've got super dry skin, you would probably notice a nice improvement with a product like this. I like to pair this again with my like Korean creams that are super hydrating. When I really needed like an extra boost, I would put this on until my skin stopped drinking it up. So, you know, I'd put it on and it would literally like disappear straight away. So I'd put on another thin layer, and if it didn't disappear within a couple of seconds, then I would wait a few minutes, go in with my moisturiser. However, if it disappeared straight away, I would do another very thin layer, and I would layer it until it stopped absorbing instantly, and then I would go in with my moisturiser. And I really do feel that over a couple of days of using it morning and night with that particular method, I noticed a huge improvement in my skin's hydration. So I really like that. I would buy it again, but I would like to try like the ordinary version before I go and pick up this again. I think I've tried one from Nivea, Hylamide, and yeah, I want to try the ordinary. And I do have a few other hyaluronic acid products in my stash, so it's not like a necessary purchase for me. I'll use up what I've got, you know, before I buy more. But that one, I really liked it. It's not amazing. Have tried better where you put it on the next day, your skin is completely changed. But I did like this one, and it's affordable. So, you know, that's the thing. My next item are the Halo Beauty Hair, Skin and Nail Booster Vitamins. So we did a review of these on Beauty News. I will link it, up there for you if you want to check that out. I really liked these. These helped me a lot with the scarring on my face. So last year, a little bit of backstory about, you know, how I got scarring on my face. Last year, we went to Japan, and long haul flights, something happens to my skin when I go on long haul flights. I break out in, breakouts, and if it's left untreated, which I did leave it untreated for quite a while because I was trying to fix it myself. If it's left untreated, it turns into cystic acne. So, you know, a spot will come up and then it will literally spread. It almost looks like a blister. They're like massive and extremely painful and very difficult to get rid of. So I went to my doctor when pretty much this whole area of my face was covered in spots, and it was literally starting to move up my face. I was like, okay, this is getting really out of hand. I can't fix this myself. So I went to my doctor and I'm like, I need to go on the medication again. I take minomycin, it's a low dose antibiotic. I need to go on the medication again because my skin is so bad. And he's like, yeah, I've noticed, and you know, I don't want to be rude and tell you what to do, but I support you doing this for yourself. So I went on the medication, and it takes about a month for, you know, spots to clear up, but I was left with scarring, and it was so angry and red and intense that even with like really high coverage foundations. Oh, here comes the cat. Meow! Wow, what are you doing? So even with really high coverage foundations like the Marc Jacobs Remarkable foundation, you could see my scarring through the foundation. It was really, really intense. So while the medication fixes my breakouts, it has zero effect on scarring or other aspects of skin visual health, if that makes sense. It only fixes the breakouts, which is great. That's what I needed it to do. I was, you know, before the lead up to going on this, I was using some vitamin C serums and stuff like that to try and fade it, and I was having like nothing worked. It's just, you know, it basically felt like a useless step in my routine because the scars weren't fading at all. Anyway, Tati announces what she's creating. We decide that we want to try it and do a review on it, go on the tablets, and within about 5 days, I'm like, something is changing. Something here with the scarring is happening. I was a little bit skeptical because I've been on hair, skin, and nail vitamins in the past, and I take them for like 12 months at a time because it usually takes about 3 to 6 months for my hair to start growing, and that's basically what I take them for. And then I continue to stay on them for another, you know, 9 or 6 months, depending on when my hair starts growing, to get like maximum growth and effect out of them. I had never seen hair, skin, and nail vitamins improve my skin quite like that before. There might be, you know, some improvement, but it's not amazing, mind-blowing. It's not something that I would stay on them for the rest of my life to maintain, basically, because they are expensive. Anyway, I was a little bit skeptical about, like, is this all in my head? Is the scar fading all in my head? And Kat and I did a check-in, and she's like, no, that's improving. And by the end of taking these, and we did our after shots and then compared them with our before shots, I was like, wow, they actually really helped. I was surprised and very, very happy because I'd been dealing with that scarring for months and really struggling to clear it up. So yeah, I was just so surprised. And also while I was on these, I really pared back my skincare. I wanted it to be just like hydrating stuff. And also like a face scrub and things like that, you know, basic washing and hygiene care. But also I kept like the serums and the moisturizers really simple, just like hyaluronic acid and a moisturizing face moisturizer, so that whatever these were doing, it wouldn't be affected by the moisturizers and the serums. And I stuck with things that I was already very familiar with. So things that I knew, you know, I knew all it's going to do is offer hydration and not much else, basically. So I don't care what anyone says. These helped my scarring. I know they did because I know my life, I know my skin, and yeah, I would buy these again. They're really fucking expensive, so I'm not going to buy them now for, you know, no reason. But if I travel overseas again and my skin breaks out and I have to go on the medication and I'm left with scarring, I will buy these because these helped me. I really, yeah, I'm very, very grateful for this product. Also, I noticed after taking these, I started using a vitamin C serum to see if I could fade my, like, what was left of my scarring. And I have noticed a very slight improvement. So I think these gave my skin the boost that it needed to start repairing itself from the damage that had been done. I think it was just so far gone. When I went on the medication, it was like, I'm out. I'm not helping you, lady. I'm not responding to anything. I'm not answering your phone call. I'm fucking out. I need a rest. And I think that these help to wake it up again. All right, that was a really, really long rant about vitamins. Placca's Gentle Slide tooth flossing things. I like these. Placca's is my favorite brand. I will buy more. I've actually like run out. I've got just a couple left, so I really need to get my ass down to Chemist Warehouse and stock up again. I've got the Daiso Puff and Sponge detergent. In my last empties, someone left a comment saying Haley, I don't know what to even do with my life because there was not a Daiso Puff and Sponge cleanser in your Empties. Every month I usually have one of these in my Empties, but that is because I've stopped using makeup sponges to apply my foundation. I have only been using brushes because my skin has been fantastic, and when I'm using a sponge, I go through this much quicker because I'm washing the sponge every day that I use makeup. But when I'm using brushes, I spot clean in between uses. So I don't go through quite as much of this. I only use it when I'm deep cleaning brushes. So that explains that. But it's here, it's back, and yeah, I love it. Also, Daiso has heard our calls of woe and started stocking this again, so I'm very pleased. I literally have 2 cases of this in my wardrobe, so I'm stocked for a little while though. No need to buy. Acetone. This is Epic Nail Acetone. I use this to remove gel manicures, the words. Yeah, it's acetone. There's not much to say about it. Alright, let's do makeup stuff and then we are done. So I've got the Model Rock 241 lashes. These, look, I can't even remember what the style looks like. I don't know. I like Model Rock lashes though, I can tell you that much. I've got a nice clear band. It's very like bendy, which means applying them to whatever eye shape you have is very easy. They are made of human hair, so they're like wispy and natural. They don't have that weird plasticky look to them. I like them. I've got a shit ton of lashes, so I'm not buying more, but I would buy more Model Rock lashes. Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 20 Sand. I love this concealer, it's fantastic. I've gone through quite a few tubes of this. I pulled the stopper out because I love it that much. And yeah, that is the end. I do have one of these in my concealer drawer, so, you know, it's one that I always have in my stash because I love it. Another concealer. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Flawless Wear Concealer in the shade 01 Light. This is way too light for me. Again, I pulled out the stopper. It was in my project pan. There is a little bit of product down the bottom, but the stopper doesn't go all the way down there, so I can't get it out. Wait, did that even show you? I'm just looking at my thing. There we go. Yeah. So yeah, there's a tiny bit in there. I can't get to it. I can't be fucked. Goodbye. I would not buy that again. The color is not right for me. And I just think it's a little bit expensive, especially when the Fit Me is a fave. I'd buy the Fit Me over that. e.l.f. brow pencil in the shade Taupe. Look, I like this. I think it is a great little brow pencil. In the States, this is very affordable. In Australia, it is a bit more expensive. It's got a spoolie on the end. I would say this is hard because I like the product, but for what it is, I do worry that it might be considered a little bit overpriced. If you are a makeup junkie like me and you are very familiar with what e.l.f. costs in the States, and then you go to buy this online or in-store in Australia, it's like, god damn, that is very expensive compared to what they would pay in America. So that is where I struggle with this. However, the product is quite good. If you are interested in trying an e.l.f. brow product, yes, I would recommend it. Last product, Daiso Smooth Base Primer. So this is just a very mildly hydrating primer. If you are super dry, this is not going to help you. If you have like mild dryness, or normal skin or oily skin, you may very well like this. It just adds a little bit of extra hydration to your skin. For me, when my skin is well hydrated, it wears foundation better. So that's what I enjoyed this for. It was in my project pan. I picked it up for a video that I did with Ken was it last year? Early last year, I think. So that's why I had it. It's not one that I would buy again. It was just whatevs. Alright guys, that's it for me today. If you want to tell me about any of your empty products this month, something that you're really glad you finished, something you're struggling with, something you would buy for the rest of your life because it's amazing, or you absolutely hate it and want to set it on fire, let me know down in the comment section. It's all yours. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and I will see you in the next one. Bye.